Several members of Donald Trump's post-election team, including Sidney Powell, are now under criminal investigation in the state of Georgia after it was revealed earlier this week that these people, again, pretty much led by Sidney Powell, accessed sensitive voting data in the state before that data could be turned over to the Secretary of State to certify Georgia's 2020 election results. And this is most likely illegal, and of course we say most likely because that's what this criminal investigation is trying to sort out, right? Is it illegal to pay tens of thousands of dollars to a private company to illegally access voter data before the state even has that voting data, so they don't know if you've changed it or not? We don't know, right? We don't know if that's illegal, apparently, in the state of Georgia, even though it is illegal in the state of Georgia. So here's what happened. Sidney Powell and, of course, all these other little Trump acolytes, they hired a private firm, Sullivan Strickler, to go out there in the state of Georgia and, of course, in Michigan and Nevada to copy data from the voting machines. Then the data was turned over to Sidney Powell, and we know that because Sullivan Strickler CEO Paul Maggio on January 8th of 2021 sent an email to Sidney Powell saying, quote, "Sidney, everything went smoothly yesterday with the Coffee County collection. Everyone involved was extremely helpful. We are consolidating all of the data collected and will be uploading it to our secure site for access by your team. Hopefully we can take care of payment today." That payment, of course, was $26,000. And the data included from an election server, voter check-in computers, and ballot memory cards is what Sullivan Strickler turned over to Sidney Powell. But here's the thing, right? It's not just Sidney Powell. It's not just the other Trump lawyers that were working on this. They hired the company. But then how does the company get the access, right? Just because you're hired doesn't mean you can go knock on the door and say, hey, give me your stuff, unless you got somebody on the inside. Because you got to have somebody on the other side of that door to let them in to have access to the machines. Well, and they did. And those, of course, were Republican election workers in the state of Georgia. Maybe election officials, maybe elected, maybe not elected, whatever it was. Those are individuals who are also likely going to be held criminally liable for what happened. And not to downplay what Sidney Powell did, seriously, I hope she goes away for a long time. I think that's what she deserves personally. But those officials who allowed this to even happen really are the biggest villains here, right? And those are the ones we don't even know their names yet. We don't even know who these people are. We don't know if they're still working in elections offices in the state of Georgia as we approach the midterms. I mean, hell, you've got parts of the country, early voting is about to start. Mail-in voting is going to begin. And these same people who allowed this contractor to just walk in the door, copy whatever they wanted, are likely still working in these same field offices in that state of Georgia. And the state, of course, has to do everything by the book. You know, I'm not going to fault them for that. They've got to carry out the investigation. They can't just go round up these people and arrest them, right off the bat unless they have evidence to do it. And they got to gather the evidence first. But tick-tock, folks. You got to get this done, and you got to get it done fast to get these people out of there before the midterms roll around. This is absolutely dangerous to have these individuals who valued Donald Trump winning more than they valued the sanctity of the elections. Hopefully everybody involved goes to jail. That's what I want to see in this situation. Because this is dirty, this is deceitful, it is absolutely disgusting. And for the record, when they got the data, again, not just from Georgia, they also got some from Michigan, got some from Nevada, it also proved that there was no fraud. And yet they still carried on with the talking points. So don't let that part of the story fly under the radar either. In all these places they claimed fraud, they had all the votes, they had all the data, and still couldn't prove any of it because it simply didn't exist. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.